Um, Man, it was actually kind of funny. He was running around so much. He was getting pretty tired, but I remember he tried to say play. Nobody understood anything because he was just so freaking tired. That was pretty funny. But I mean, he brings a great presence. I mean, just so much energy. Like I said, like he just. Oh man, ultra competitor, right? Like he said, like he just wants us to go and like play with high tempo, and it's just so cool. And you want to play for a guy like that.
How'd you grade his block on the Piscusi run?
Oh, I loved it. He put him to the ground, and that's awesome. You don't see quarterbacks do that very often. So to see him sprint out there, chase our tight end down, get in front of him, it was awesome. I loved that.
Does that inspire you guys? Because you see, hey, my quarterback's running down there doing that.
I think anytime you see a quarterback or like skill position, trying to make a block, especially quarterback, because you don't see it very often, but you see him sprint down there, it's like, dang, like you want to play for a guy like that, and then you got to go get yours, right? So yeah, it definitely inspires a lot of us.
At what point, like, from the time he got here, did you realize like he kind of had that, like that kind of dog going?
Yeah, I think as soon as I can't remember when he got here. Was it the summer?
Summer,
right?
June.
Yeah, so I think as soon as we started playing real football, fall camp, you saw who he was and what kind of player he was, and he plays with so much effort and intensity. And he brought that every single practice, right? He just plays so hard, and he wants to be a good football player, and I think that's the coolest thing because he's going to practice well, play at a high level, and that motivates everybody else around him.
Has Brendan, as a quarterback, even if you're not a starter, you have to kind of establish yourself a little bit as a leader. Have you seen Brendan establish himself as a leader, kind of grow into that role from, he didn't know who any of you guys were.
Yeah.
He didn't know who any of you guys were, and now he's kind of a leader of men. Well, how has he grown into that role?
Yeah, I mean, I think just seeing him at practice and the way he does things, right? He just kind of sets the tone for everybody. He commands the huddle very well. He gets in there, very stern, and a lot of energy with everything he does. He doesn't talk a whole lot, so outside of the football, I feel like, unless you're pretty close to him. So when he does speak, you're going to listen, and I think that's the kind of way he plays. When he goes out there, he's going to do a great job, and he's done a great job so far.
And generally, how did you feel for him? After he gets his chance late in the first half, obviously I'm sure he had some nerves, but was it just a great feeling for him to see him do so well against his former team?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. He was getting into people's faces. He was just being a competitor, man, and I love that, seeing a quarterback go out there and do that and play with so much emotion. That's what the game is, and that's what it means to everybody, right? And that's what it should be about. You're just going out there to win, and that's exactly what he did. He went out there, he was playing to win, and he did a great job. The offense did a great job responding in the second half. So, man, he just did a great job.
How's he carried himself at practice this week? Has you noticed a difference in him as QB1?
See, he's been the same person since fall camp to now. I mean, that's just how he operates. He hasn't changed anything, and he's done a great job. I think it's pretty cool because he's like, how do you think practice went? After practice day, asking me what do you think? And I was like, man, you did a great job. Just be who you are, and that's all you need to do because everybody respects you. So just be who you are, and that's all we need.
Do you see defenses kind of reacting differently to you guys when he's out there? Especially last Saturday, Caleb said they can't just sell out on me, basically.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, when you have KJ running the ball the way that he does, and you got a quarterback who can, run as well. It's going to make it harder on the defense. So it definitely makes you have to guard multiple things. So whether it's the run by the quarterback, the running back, or even the pass, it's definitely going to open some things up for sure.
I know you're very close with Cade. How is he doing?
He's doing good. This is obviously pretty hard for him. Just being injured, it sucks any time. But I reached out to him. If he needs anything, just he knows he can come here. He's got great staff. Our athletic trainers are going to do a great job with him. Make sure he still feels like he's part of the team and everything because he is. He's a big part of this team and what it means. It's just a stepping stone in the season. Injury happens, right? It's just how you respond, and he's going to do a great job with that.
Is Brendan kind of a smack talker? Because he seems like a pretty low-key guy, but there are a couple clips of him, kind of staring down, playing a little bit of swagger. Is he kind of a low-key talker?
He is a low-key talker. He likes to get in people's faces. He's just a competitor. Like I said to these guys, he just loves football so much, and you want a guy like that who'll get in somebody's face. That's who he is. That's what he did in fall camp. He's just super competitive, and when things get chippy, he's gonna be the first one in there. So yeah, that's the kind of guy he is, and I love it.
You guys